What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. Today we're covering the electric mouse himself, Pikachu. And before we begin with Pikachu, please subscribe to my channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 plus subscribers very soon. And check out my other Pokemon Unite guides. So Pikachu is a ranged special attacker that's really suited for either top or bottom lane. And Pikachu has really high special attack, does tons of damage, especially with a move called Electro Ball, which is pretty much the signature move in this game in my opinion. It does crazy damage and it has homing. It has decent mobility and very low HP, so this is a Pokemon that you cannot make a lot of mistakes with, but you do have a really far range, so your goal is to hang out around the battle and try to poke your opponents to death and then use Electro Ball to take them down. So let's go into the move overview for this guy. Starting off with Pikachu's ability, Static. Paralyzes all opponents near the Pokemon for a short period of time when the Pokemon receives damage. This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. So Static is a pretty solid ability. If a Pokemon starts to rush you down, they'll end up being paralyzed, and this is a good way for you to get away or for you to execute them. Pikachu's basic attack becomes a boosted attack with every third attack, dealing increased damage. This boosted attack also paralyzes opposing Pokemon for a short time when it hits. This boosted attack allows Pikachu to stay at bay and kite his opponents, and it really helps him from the opponents tunneling him down and getting close. At level 1, Pikachu can learn Electro Web, which is a 9-second hindrance move. Attacks and captures opposing Pokemon using an electric net, leaving them unable to move. This move is phenomenal and definitely one of the best early game moves in the entire game. This move stuns the opponent, locks them down, and then if you add on your third auto attack on top of that, they get another stun, and if they're near you, they get static and stunned. It's crazy the amount of kills Pikachu can get in the early game. Pikachu's other level 1 move is Thunder Shock, which is a 5-second sure hit move, which means it does not miss. Releases electricity, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. Also paralyzes opposing Pokemon for a short period of time. So once again, Pikachu has another early game stun, which makes it a very deadly Pokemon in the early game lane, and you definitely don't want to overextend against Pikachu, because Pikachu will definitely punish you. At level 4, Pikachu can decide to pick between Electro Ball or Thunder to replace Thunder Shock. Electro Ball is a 5-second sure hit move. Hurls an electric orb, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them paralyzed for a short time. This move's damage increases the lower the opposing Pokemon's HP is. When upgraded, it increases damage dealt by this move. This move is insane. This is honestly the best move in Pikachu's kit. It is crazy that you get this so early at level 4, and it actually makes Pikachu probably the strongest Pokemon in the game right at level 4. It's so crazy that Electro Ball homes in on the target and acts as an execute, meaning it deals more damage based on how low the opponent's HP is, and it homes across the entire screen as well, so you can just hit this button, it will target the Pokemon, and you don't even need to think about it. Then you can just worry about your movement or whatever your next move is. Instead of Electro Ball, Pikachu can learn Thunder, which is an 8-second area effect move. When you use this move, it drops the Wicked Thunderbolts, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. When upgraded, it increases the number of Thunderbolts in the area. So you select an area and it'll just attack with a bunch of Thunderbolts in that area until the move is over. This is not an automatic hit, and you do have to aim this since it is a skill shot. This move is pretty immediate when you do drop it, and it is good for group encounters if you can manage to trap a bunch of Pokemon on this area you're targeting. However, compared to Electro Ball, which is a guaranteed hit and still an AoE, and it has a Paralyze on top of it, I just recommend going with Electro Ball overall than Thunder. At level 6, Pikachu can replace Electro Web with either Volt Tackle or Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is an 8-second hindrance move. Attacks with a strong electric blast, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them unable to act. When this move is upgraded, it increases damage dealt by this move. Thunderbolt provides Pikachu with a way to guarantee stun the opponent, do great damage, and keep them at distance, which is wonderful for Pikachu's playstyle. Pikachu's other level 6 move is Volt Tackle, which is a 10-second hindrance move. Has the user electrify itself and charge ahead, throwing opposing Pokemon. When upgraded, it reduces his move's cooldown. What this move's description doesn't tell you is that this move actually makes Pikachu completely invincible while doing Volt Tackle. And it stuns the opponent too. It knocks them up. They can't do anything while the move is affecting them, and no one can do anything to Pikachu while Pikachu's doing the move as well. So this is fantastic because this move buys Pikachu so much time in combat, builds back those precious seconds to get his other cooldowns reset, and Pikachu does tons of damage goes back to his previous position after doing the Volt Tackle, and it combos into Electro Ball because Electro Ball has the exact same range as Volt Tackle. So right when you're done with Volt Tackle, you can immediately hit Electro Ball to smite your opponent and execute them. Pikachu's Unite move is Thunderstorm, which is an AoE attack. Attacks the opposing team's Pokemon near the user with tremendous bolts of lightning. So when Pikachu activates this move, a big circle will appear around Pikachu, and his movement speed will increase. So as long as Pikachu is near opponents, they'll be attacked by lightning strikes. And while this is also happening, Pikachu can use his other moves as well to target certain Pokemon and deal massive damage. Thunderstorm is a very balanced move in terms of its damage. It does pretty solid damage overall, nothing too crazy or overpowered, but it is a solid move to fit its moveset, and I do like how Pikachu does get a movement speed increase while doing the move. And now for Pikachu's item build. So for Pikachu's item build, we're going to go with Wise Glasses, Shell Bell, and Buddy Barrier. So Wise Glasses is a must for any special attacking Pokemon as it's a raw percent increase, and I do recommend to have all these items at least at level 20 for the best results. Then I recommend Shell Bell because Shell Bell, when a Pokemon hits with a move, it recovers a minimum of 60 HP. The higher the Pokemon special attack is, the more HP it is recovered. So this increases your special attack and lowers your cooldown. So overall, that's already great, and you're going to get some HP back on your hits. So you're going to get a little bit more sustain in your battle too. So I think Shell Bell is a must-have on Pikachu. And last and very much not least is Buddy Barrier. When the Pokemon uses a Unite move, that Pokemon and nearby ally Pokemon with the lowest HP are each granted a shield equal to 30% of their max HP. And then you also get bonus HP overall on your total HP stat. Buddy Barrier may actually be really the best item in the game because you can put this on any Pokemon and have it be successful. This is great for Pikachu because Pikachu is pretty squishy, which means he doesn't have a lot of HP. So after using its Unite move, it essentially gives it a second life in battle, so you can escape or keep going in and hopefully win the battle. And you help your buddy out in combat as well, so you and your buddy can last longer in the battle and probably win. Now going into our battle items, I'm highly recommending the good old eject button. Lets you quickly move your Pokemon in a designated direction. It has a 55-second cooldown. This move is fantastic, honestly, especially for someone like Pikachu who, if Pikachu gets caught, they're pretty much going to die for the most part. They don't have a lot of HP, not a lot of escape tools, so this will give Pikachu a nice escape tool to get out of lane or any danger nice and safely. So now that we know what the moves are and the best item build is, how do we actually play Pikachu? Well, the best way to play Pikachu is to either put him in the top or bottom lane, and he has an incredibly aggressive early game. Pikachu from level 1 to 5 is probably one of the strongest Pokemon, if not the strongest Pokemon, along with Snorlax in the game. And Pikachu is an absolute menace because at level 4 and 5, he has both Electro Web and Electro Ball, which is an insane killing combo. These moves do not miss, and they do so much damage, and Electro Ball is an execute. So your goal with Pikachu is actually to be as aggressive as possible in the beginning of the game and try to steal your opponent's creeps and try to take out as many opponents as possible. Pikachu is a great Pokemon to get setup kills with, and honestly, he pairs up really well with a defender like a Slowbro or a Snorlax or even a Alolan Ninetales who can provide additional crowd control support so Pikachu can get even further more fed. So if you're playing with some friends, highly recommend doing a lane with Slowbro, Snorlax, or Alolan Ninetales and Pikachu. It literally works perfectly. So when you're getting to the mid game, Pikachu will want to be using Volt Tackle and Electro Ball. And Volt Tackle is so strong because, 1, it makes Pikachu invincible while using the move, and 2, it knocks up the opponent, and the opponent can still get hit by other people while they're getting hit. And Pikachu is invincible, so it's incredibly strong. It might as well be a stun, like a knock up on the opponent. And the best part is, it returns Pikachu back to the place where they used the Volt Tackle originally, which is the exact perfect max range of using Electro Ball. So right when you're coming back from after using Volt Tackle, you want to hit Electro Ball. And that is a perfect combo, and it does so much damage, especially because Volt Tackle does a pretty decent amount of damage too. So you did more damage, and then the Electro Ball can execute and finish them off. And hey, maybe you'll get the AoE hit, and at the very least you'll get a stun, so you can run away if you would like to. And one of the best things about Pikachu is his Unite move allows him to also use his other moves while he's doing it. And so he just got to run in the circle around the opponents, and they're just going to be caught in their AoE blast, and you can continue Volt Tackling and continuing using Electro Ball. And it's just so strong. and you also get that movement speed increase, so it just makes you even harder to catch. And you want to be as slippery as possible with Pikachu, and that's the whole idea behind this build, is you want to stay on the outside of battle until it is time for you to Volt Tackle in, then Electro Ball. And once you do that, they'll be stunned, and you want to keep that kite going, and then you want to rinse and repeat until you defeat them. You don't want to get caught in any crowd control because you do get bursted down pretty easily. You have some of the lowest endurance the entire game, but you do have pretty decent speed, pretty decent scoring, and that attack damage is pretty crazy. And there we have it. Pikachu is a great offensive threat, easy to use, great in top and bottom lane, has tons of wonderful attacks, and does tons of damage. So thank you guys for checking out this guide. Hope this increases your gameplay, and hopefully you'll reach Master Rank with Pikachu. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, check out my other Unite videos as well. Anyways guys, peace out and have a good one.